So, did you know Terry Carter personally?
Actually, I did. I'm like, I wasn't real cool with him, you know? We met a few times. I was cool with his artist on his label. Like, they went on tour with us, and, Short Chop was a friend of mine, and a few years back they went, and he did, if I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken with the specifics, but I think he used to manage Trade E. So, he had been around, I met him, and that's just another, man, when I saw that, I said, wow, Death Row is still at it. And I just want this place to be dissolved. I want it to be no more Death Row. If you understand what I mean, the negative part of it. I appreciate everything that I learned and seen around there. I met Tupac at Death Row, But I feel like Death Row has taken and shook up so many lives. It's like, dang, what did we do this for? Is it real? Like, is this a record label or is it really like a street gang or what was it? So at the end of the day, I just feel like now we still affected. Like the vibe to me that got Tupac killed is the same vibe that got Terry Carter killed. If you understand what I mean by vibe, the energy, the negativity that's surrounded with this place,
I interviewed Trady, and him and Terry were super close. I guess Terry was actually managing the East Siders at one point.
That's what it was. I said Trady, but it was the East Siders.
Yeah, Trady, who I'm real cool with. He's been on Vlad TV a bunch of times now. He was really hurt over what happened. He said that he saw the video, of the car of Suge hitting Terry and so forth. He said he watched it one time and couldn't watch it again. So when you saw that videotape, what did you think happened?
I watched it once and I just had to do something to block it out of my mind.
Okay.
I mean, I saw death before. It is what it is. Everybody gonna go. But just to see, somebody that you really had love in your heart for just go, just by a freak just occurrence. It's like unbelievable, and I just wish him rest in peace and wish his family the best, and they dealing with a situation, so I don't really want to expound too much deeply on what they had going on, because I don't want to taint nothing or influence nothing. So, much love to the Carter family.
Did you see that video?
Yeah, I did.
When you saw that video, what did you really think?
I heard about it and I was just like, first I heard about it. I heard everything in the streets, what happened first before the video came out. If you remember, I'm an internet head. I'm almost on the internet every day too, just about at a certain point of the day. But I had heard it from phone calls. Should kill someone, should kill someone. And I didn't hear at first who it was. And then they said Terry Carter, and I was like, what happened? I knew they were cool to a certain extent, So and then when they said they ran him over and there's a video, I was like, what? And I want to say maybe a day later that it came on the internet, and people had told me about it, and I watched it, and it was just disturbing. But the overall disturbing fact to me is that this vibe has been going on, and a lot of the staff, if you even partially familiar with Death Row, Welcome to Death Row, that video. A lot of people from Death Row are dead. A lot of people got killed, like not just died like Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg is a person that was with the Death Row era that died. He didn't, and I feel like, it's always sad to go early of natural causes, but that's the most less painful way to go to people around you, because all of this violence is just taking lives that don't even have to be taken away. It could have been something different going on that day, So it just hurts me that, Tupac died, Heron, Buntry Al, there's so many people, I can't even name everybody that died, So there's so many people that died, and it's sometimes it was related to the vibe of that situation, and sometimes it wasn't. It just, oh well, that person that was involved with it died. Left Eye had went to death row, and during that time, while she was hanging around that situation, she might even been signed on death row when it happened, but she died. So these are the vibes that I'm talking about, that it was just a negative aura around that place that I just wanted to leave. I'm cool, I'm away from it, and now I'm just, doing interviews, talking about it. It's an old history, but it's spooky because, like I said, not too long ago, Terry Carter just died, and it's sad. It's just, it just make you want to run away and never come back.
One of the things that Trey D said when I interviewed him was that he said it seems like, a lot of people when they get into a few bad situations, they move away from the situation. But Suge continued to get into shit. I mean, how do you feel about Suge after seeing that?
Suge just continued to make bad decisions. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was just telling my friend I rode up here with, I got shot once, and I was out of commission for like 2 or 3 months. This guy got hit 6 times and was back clubbing in a month. I couldn't believe it. And he was still, pushing his line.
Yeah, I mean, Suge is Suge.
Yeah. I wonder how heavy it is for him behind that wall.
Why do you think that Suge continue to stay in the mix as opposed to say, I'm going to go move somewhere quiet. I'm just going to stop going to the clubs. I'm going to stop getting into these types of situations where these things might happen. Because if you really think about it, I don't know the exact situation of what happened, but Suge going to a place where Dr. Dre could potentially be is probably not going to end very well considering their history.
Well, I mean, that goes for like every place in LA where there's someone at. He don't have, too good of a history with a lot of people, but I feel like maybe he got excited about the negative attention, and he just continuously, just capitalized on the negative fame. I think that, some people. All human beings have a thirst for some kind of fun or excitement, So that might have been his excitement, I've met people that are similar, and the reason I say similar is like I met people who are thrill seekers of negativity, and they wanna go shoot up something, or they wanna go, like make a loud noise. They wanna crash something, So. I don't know. Maybe that was him. I was cool with Suge. I knew him. I mean, we had a personal relationship, but I don't know him deep enough to know, like, I never talked to him and said, man, why do you do this crazy shit you do, So I don't know. I just got to the point where I didn't care. I didn't want him around me. You know what I mean? And that's just how I feel. I just try to stay away from it. And me and him, like, we wasn't on good terms. Like, when we see each other, even, the last time I seen him, it was just like hard stares. Like, who gonna leave the room first? So I don't want that. I don't need that. I don't want to walk into a restaurant and see him and just feel like, this might be the day we just tear the whole restaurant up. It's just corny to me. Like I said, I came far away from my neighborhood to do this music and do this and just stay away from the negativity. So even now, like I said, to be interviewed and inquire about it, it's not that big of a problem, but when I leave here, I don't think about it. I don't put the negativity, you know what I'm saying? Even with Ray J, when I talk about him with mutual friends, and even you, I don't got nothing bad to say. He did something wrong to me, and I feel like I cleared it up, and that's it. It don't have a big explanation. It don't have a complicated, ideal or method behind it. It's just, when something is uncomfortable for you, you react a certain way, and that's how it was. And now I always been a person who carves my own path, who made my own lane. I kick it with who I want to chill with. If I want to be by myself, I'm by myself. I never let gangsters influence me to do stuff I don't want to do. I never let nobody that even feel like they tougher than me make me do something I don't want to do. You got to kill me. So my point with saying that is I'm happy. I do Bad Azz. I'm happy. I'm not tripping off nobody. Anybody that I don't like, they probably know I don't like them, and they gonna tiptoe around me because I made myself that kind of man. They're not gonna walk up to me easy like I'm just, like I can't put a scratch on you, because they know I will. I'll put some scratches on you. So just tiptoe around me easy if you don't like me, and I'll do the same thing. I don't have one person on earth that I wanna go punch in the face today. So I just chill like that. And if somebody gets on my side like that, I still will consider punching them in the face, because I just don't react like that no more. You have to really do something to me, and if they doing something, then obviously it's out of spite. Because if you mess with somebody that you know will mess with you, then you either got to be a super tough guy that want a problem, or you want to see how somebody gonna react to your reaction.
Well, you and I are around the same age, and as you get older, you just start realizing how corny the violence is, how really it doesn't really solve anything. And you also start to realize that violence is an option, but it should always be the last option. It shouldn't be the second or third option.
Exactly.
It should be like, okay, I have no other choice but to be violent. But there's a bunch of other things you could do before that happens to try to deal with the situation.
Man, my friend told me not too long ago, I always been like, I come from the corner. I come from a tough environment, so, and I'm small, I'm not really big, but I'm a tough guy. I always say it, I'm gonna have a problem. I hope somebody take me wrong and take me lightly and, try to prove that not true. But my point is, my buddy said, hey man, where you going? And I was like, over here. And he was like, I was like, get the heat. And he was like, where are we going? And I was like, we're going over here. And he's like, get the heat. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you need it? You're gonna have to shoot someone? I was like, no. He said, why would you want to go anywhere where you need to bring a gun? And the way he asked me was awesome, because you know a lot of stuff in your life, you learn a lot of stuff, but it really, really, really turned on a light in my mind. And he was just like, I don't want to go anywhere where I need to take a gun. And I felt him in a sense saying, now I understand it. Like, I only want to go to the shooting range knowing I got to take a gun. I don't want to go in life and go to a place where I feel like there's unsavory people so much that I might have to take a gun because I don't know what these people might want to do to me. There ain't enough money. There ain't enough shows. There ain't no place on earth that I want to go that I have to have a gun. I could be in the grimiest place in the United States and I wouldn't need a gun because I'm there with the locals. So, and the locals ain't gonna rob me. For one, I'm not gonna wear too much jewelry around no poor people, because that's not, unless I'm coming to give them money. So if you don't understand the concept, my point is I'm not gonna go to no grimy neighborhood in the United States and I'm not welcome, and I'm not being shown around by the beasts or the monsters of that area.
On top of going to places where you have to bring a gun, I'm assuming that you don't have a concealed carry permit, because they're hard as hell to come by in LA. So not only are you bringing a gun, but you're bringing an illegal gun.
Yeah.
So just having the gun in and of itself, you're risking jail time.
Yeah, all the time. And you know how we think from the neighborhood, whether it's registered to you or not, you rather be caught dead with it than without it. So I understand that concept, but like you said, bottom line, we these days we don't want to go nowhere where we even need a pistol. Period. And if we do, we looking at it like, I'm mature, I need a security that's trained and hired for that kind of action, for that kind of business, Like if I take a gun somewhere, I'm going hunting or to a shooting range or, something like that. Now, if a person has like a gun in their home, a rifle or something to protect their home, that's where it should stay. If you walk into the store, you shouldn't have to take a gun with you unless if you do live in that kind of neighborhood. I would be advising you to find some kind of financial freedom to move. So that's just where it's at. I came a long way, man. Half of my life, I got my first record deal when I was 18. Half of my life I've been on television and under scrutiny from people judging me, saying what I do. And, before weed was super legal, we was the potheads that everybody would ask a lot of questions about, They wanted to know about the neighborhood and the Crips and the Bloods. And I feel like a lot of that stuff has gotten answered. A lot of the questions have been answered. And even sometimes, like I said, it's cool to tap on it and you know, hit on it a little bit when it comes up. But all of that stuff is in my past. I wake up every day happy. I don't have no beef with nobody. Anybody that feel like they got beef with me, then that's them, and I'll deal with it accordingly when it cross my path. But in the meantime, there ain't nobody that I want to go fight. Nobody that's not even worth my time, worth a drive. If I did fight somebody, I'd be trying to fight him on TV like Floyd Mayweather for some money, you know? I just want to like put my music out, let these kids hear my new dope stuff, and just go hard, because hip hop it has evolved to a area to where, you know, it's crazy to me that Pac said stuff, I said stuff, Snoop Dogg said stuff. Let's even say like Jadakiss and some of these fly originators, KRS-One, they said stuff, and all these kids is saying what we said in a little bit different way, and they getting all this praise for it. And it sucks to me, because we had to be original and dope. And we had to say stuff that other rappers didn't say, where they could say what we said and blow up off of it. And it's like, I don't hate or take nothing from nobody, but a lot of the stuff they saying I already said. So I'm gonna come back and say some new stuff that they not saying, and then see how they receptive to that. So, you know, when you talk about lyrical, when you talk about creativity, when you talk about making songs, and this is a wonderful opportunity, right, Vlad? I want to do this. If I show up again, if I show up again, if I show up again, which I'm gonna do, I want you to help me make every other trip like everything is gonna revert back to the first interview, should I say. Like, I don't want to talk no more. You feel me? I want to come, I want to play music. I want to talk about the artists I like, what I'm playing in the car. I want to do all that. I tell every platform that I get on, I say, you know what? Let's play music. Let's take it back. Let's play, you know, let's do a different kind of interview. You know, I came in one of the couple interviews before this. I go, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bad Azz. This ain't gonna be your traditional interview. We're gonna kick it. We're gonna play some music. I'm gonna interview the dude and ask him what's his favorite stuff. And I brought some peanuts. I like these salty peanuts. And I got a nice cup of this Mexican beer, the chelada, you know? So I got an icy cup of that. And I want people to get to know me again on that. Like, what do Bad Azz drink? What's his favorite liquor? And what's his favorite food? Can he cook? You know, and that kind of stuff, Vlad, because that's the way to get to know an artist versus who did you punch? Who do you got beef with? What's up with, you know, that? And it just like I said, it takes from the integrity of hip hop. All I do is create dope music. I want to rap. I want to play my songs. I want to show my art.
And if they want to do they do, let them do the do. They the ones got to ride it out, cuz. Okay? Don't throw them under the bus. At least they ain't out hurting nobody.
Black people, we have okayed everything down to a point where our culture is gone. Black folks, for the most part, don't have nothing to say about hip hop or R&B. It has been taken away from us.